Hey, everybody. Okay, we got a chase with a Torr
Severe
in
thunderstorm
Wyoming.
warning for East Central Washington County in southeastern Ohio, Pleasants County in northwestern
Finish
West
getting ready
Virginia,
here.
northwestern Ritchie County in northwestern West Virginia, western Tyler County in northern West Virginia, northeastern Wood County in northwestern West Virginia. Virginia.
Be right with everybody. Oh, goodness. So, I'm helping Nathan Moore out in Wyoming. We've got a reported tornado on the ground. Hey, Maureen. Kind of waiting for Nathan get done. You can hear when I'm talking. He's got the hype music playing. Hey, Rick. So on GR Earth, this is a satellite view that we're looking at. Here's the storm. You can see the nice inflow notch right there. See how that core is hooking around. Show you the velocities on this. She's still ramped up pretty tight. See the red and the greens together. NROS not near as strong. Down to a 1.44. Hey, Brian. It was over at 2. I'll take a peek at Nathan here. There's his stream if you're not watching it. That's the leading edge of it. And he's still, let's see where I've got him at. Headed south. And area rotation needs about 29 miles away from it. At its current rate, it's going to head down. It'll be north of Cheyenne. Hey, LM2. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Hey, thanks for the new follow. Amir, I think it says. Definitely a great looking storm. I've been following this one for quite a while. I about give up on Nathan. He couldn't hear me for a while. go ahead and turn my cam off for now. For the new people on the channel, what this channel's about is behind the scenes of what I do when I'm helping our storm chasers. Right there, we're looking at reflectivity off of the radar site at Cheyenne. And Nathan's right over here. One thing I'd like to show you is, let me drag the screen over here. Okay, this is velocity mode. Oh yeah, most definitely. En-rout's still a little low, but it's getting there. It's starting to spin back up again. What I'd like to show you is this area. So far, so good. That's me talking to Nathan over Zello. I don't know if Google Maps even show me a dirt road. No, it doesn't tell me nothing. Or wait a minute. Showing me that's 228. I would Google Maps is showing me 228 and not too much further to the west. It's going to turn north. You say 228? Yeah, I don't think you want to go that way. It goes up in the mountains. So anyway, get back to what I was going to show you here. Go ahead and bring this up in 3D. There's the core. And I'll look at rotation. Definitely a vertical rotation. I can't get in there tight enough. Yeah, this thing's really ramped up on velocities. Take a slice through it. There you can see the core.
Severe
And if you
thunderstorm warning
look
for southeastern Albany County in southeastern
back
Wyoming.
over here. Probably trying to produce a funnel right there. See the core over here in the blue, and then see how it goes up and then back down. That's probably trying to produce something. Hey, Sean. Nathan, when I take a slice through that, it looks like it's trying to produce something. On reflectivity, it looks like if it is, it might be rain wrap. Don't want to get involved with a rain wrap because we ain't going to see it. But when I blow Nathan, hey, thanks for the cheer, Sean. You can see all that rain core, real heavy core, and that's probably where it's going to be at. And might be seeing a debris.
Don't see anything right now.
Go back here. Right there. If it did drop something, it didn't hit anything major, or that green would be bright blue. And there you can see how tight the rotation is. Well, next scan is not quite as good. Rick, we're in a private channel that Nathan has, so you won't be able to hear us step over the stream. Yeah, Nathan created this channel as an experiment. Oh, possibly a funnel? No, I guess not. Starting to look like something right there for a minute. One point a little bit ago, one scan, I had a light debris signature. If it did touch down, it didn't hit anything major. You can see there on satellite view, inside that purple box, that's where the storm is. And how I can tell that it's rain wrap is the purple's hooked around. So let me do this way. Bring this down where I can draw. There you can see how the core is wrapped around right there. And there's no open slot there. So that tells me that all that yellow and red wrapping around, that's rain wrap. Still got tight rotation. Right there. And this thing's still ramped up tight, but definitely rain wrap. Yep, that's what I was just seeing. Enrod 1.60. That cord is really wrapped around, but all included. So NWS just confirmed what I was telling you guys. Oh, see, I got a donation. Thank you very much. I have to update my bar at the top. Appreciate it. All your donations go towards my equipment and my live streaming. Here's the latest scan. Thank Girl 78. I will be doing that soon on our new TV channel. I'll be holding classes for radar. I'll be covering the Gibson Ridge products, which is the same thing that the Weather Channel uses. Theirs just looks a lot different than mine. Matter of fact, I worked on some graphics today, and I created a picture. Let me bring it up. This was the graphic that I did today. That's over on the new channel, which you can see that on the bottom of the bottom of the screen. The web link. Yeah, I'll keep everybody posted. Tell you what, after I look at the models early in the day, I don't bother looking at them no more. Well, I wasn't going to talk you into it because you get over there around the mountains, you ain't got no data. Oh yeah, he was over 40 miles away. Thanks, Taiwan. Thanks for the new follow. This thing's starting to look a little bit different. Oh, I am. And I noticed that this one is starting to get the inflow area opening up. Thanks for the follow. Have three cats. Do you really got three cats? Thanks, Sean. Have three cats. You really have three cats. Tornado warning.
Tornado warning for East Central
Yep,
Albany
it just
County
popped
in
up for me. It's
southeastern
not too
The
hard
time
Wyoming,
though.
is
northeastern
9
Laramie
o'clock
County in
p.m.
southeastern Wyoming.
Not from what I'm seeing yet. Yeah, it's starting to open up there on that core. Yeah, it's opening up there on that inflow. Might get a better look at it, but still ramped up decent. Not as good as it was though. It's not near as tight as it was. I do after putting it in motion. Looks like it's moving more east.
Severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Meager County in central Montana.
Actually, I need to change that Streamlabs bot because I think I'm going to start having everybody donate through the Streamlabs web link that you see there. That still goes to my PayPal, but my bar across the top will automatically update if you go through the streamlabs.com/bgrayWX. Hey, Mons. Yeah, this thing's really starting to look weird. They dropped the Tor R. Got a excuse me, regular Tor. But what I don't like to see is this tail getting that backwards C shape. Oh, you're kidding. Man, look at it on radar. There's nothing up there but rain. Yeah, I believe so. They were saying rotating wall cloud southwest of Chugwater, and there's nothing there. It's just rain. So, what I do like to see. Let me change screen, and I'll bring the radar down so I can demonstrate. What I do like to see is that inflow notch right there. But what I don't like to see is this backward shape down here. That's the wind's pushing out. But core is still wrapped around.
Severe thunderstorm warning for central Johnson County in north central Wyoming.
Okay, he thinks he sees a lowering. Boy, it's not looking that good on velocities. Down is I was just demonstrating. I love the inflow notch wrapped around, but on the southern end there, it's getting that backward C shape. Speaking of hurricanes, I never did get a chance to do my hurricane broadcast. Been busy doing other stuff. What was Hurricane Barbara? Yeah, I know. But that did get downgraded. As you can see, scrolling on my ticker, it's down to a tropical cyclone. And the other invest that's down there is just a tropical storm. It does have the name of Cosme. And we're really keeping our eye on a possible hurricane down in the Gulf, off of well, it'd be just south of Mobile, Alabama. It'll be for this next weekend. And I'll show you real quick. For tropical storms, I always look at the Euro. And area to watch down here when I go ahead on it. Pivotal weather. Right there. See the red L? I'll take it a couple scans. Now earlier they had the millibars at 990. This latest model run is not that low. You can see it's only 1,005. But that's what we're looking for this next Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This is Friday. That's Saturday. So it's going to shift further east. Going to be there in the Panhandle. As it gets closer, I'll keep everybody alerted. I still want to do a hurricane forecast. Haven't had the time to do it yet. Nathan's been keeping me busy for the last 5 days. Hey, Gavin. Look at this storm. No, it died out before it got to me. Yeah, this is not looking that good. Boy, Nathan, this thing's not looking as good as it was. I got some pretty strong winds going to the radar, but not hardly anything going away. So, might be trying to go outflow. Hope it recycles. Or I hope that Laramie storm does. Yeah, I really don't like the Laramie storm. That's the Laramie storm. Nathan's key stuck on. I can't kick him. We're on a private channel, like I said earlier, on Zello. Thanks, Sean. Yeah, your key was stuck on Zello. That's both storms. The red box is Torwarn. I appreciate it, Sean. It all adds up. Now, my donation that was sent to me earlier does not show up on that bar up above. I have to go in and edit it. But I greatly appreciate that $20 dono. What Nathan's looking at right here is where the inflow is. It's not really strong. It's pretty weak.
Severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Albany
I want to
County in
change
southeastern
that
Wyoming, southwestern Laramie County in southeastern Wyoming.
Timers. For some reason, a lot of people don't like to use PayPal. Paid. So the next time my Streamlab bots pop up about donation, it'll just give you the Streamlabs link. That still goes to my PayPal. That's a pretty cool shot. Ain't that pretty? This is the storm he's looking at. I really don't like to see the purple core getting that backward C. Based on reflectivity, that core is getting a backward C shape. I think he might be out of the car doing a time lapse. And when we look at velocities, which, for those of you joining me that don't know, the reds are going towards the radar, which is down here in the bottom right. The reds are going away. So I don't see any tight rotation. The winds are all, and the brighter the color, the stronger the winds. And you can see they're coming down here towards the radar site, which I'm on Cheyenne. So right now, this all looks horrible. Water's getting ready
Severe
to
thunderstorm warning
get
for
nailed.
northwestern Sussex County in southern Delaware, southwestern Newcastle County in northern Delaware, Kent County in central Delaware.
This is up here where he was.
Talbot County in eastern Maryland, Queen Anne's County in northeastern Maryland, Caroline County in eastern Maryland, central
They're
Kent
getting
County
ready to get
in
nailed.
northeastern Maryland.
But when I look at velocities, this is chug water up here.
Severe thunderstorm
it doesn't
warning
look good.
for northeastern
more
Johnson
outflow
County
dominant.
in north central Wyoming.
And no good in rut. And you can see how this blue is getting that backward C shape. So that's outflow dominant. That's up by check water. So I think this storm, this store warrant, has blown its wad, so to speak. Not right now, Taiwan. It may try to recycle, according to the models. And what NWS chat was saying, once it get past the interstate, God, I can't talk straight tonight. Once it gets past this interstate, it's really starting, or supposed to blow up. So we just got to wait and see. Thing is, we're running out of time. It's 7:20 Mountain Time out there where he is. So we don't have a whole lot of daylight. Hey, thanks for the new follow. And okay, Sean, you up there in Indiana? No. With it being 7:20, might have an hour. John, if you're still here, oh, there, I suppose. Okay, Sean. Yeah, over in Nathan's chat, somebody posted the next named storm in the Atlantic is going to be my name. It's going to be named Barry. Told everybody it's just going to be an old fart.
Severe thunderstorm warning for East Central Meager County in central Montana.
Well, I don't know about that. Nice and mature. Okay. Man, look at this view. That's Nathan's view. Blow it up. That pretty. Boy, that'd be a perfect spot, sitting up on a hill like that, if it did drop a tornado. This thing is looking downright ugly. That scan looks like the core's trying to split. I got to keep an eye on this one. Not seeing any rotation in it, but I am starting to see this inflow notch. So I gotta watch it.
Severe thunderstorm warning for East Central Albany County in southeastern Wyoming, northwestern Laramie County in southeastern Wyoming.
Nathan, if you can hear me, they're going to drop the Tor warning on this in about 1 minute, 21, and just added a severe on it. Yeah, it's the backward C shape's not as bad as it was, and there's a couple little notches there on the leading edge of it. So I don't think it's done. Okay, you're right. They just dropped the Tor on it. But interesting, right here. Okay, there's the web link to donate. That'll be better for everybody. But what I'm starting to see here is this notch. Oh, wait a minute. Here. Here. Interesting. That's inflow. And the backward C shape isn't quite as pronounced as it was. Now, a lot of times when a storm gets that backward C shape,
severe thunderstorm
it can have quick spin ups along the leading edge.
Central Wyoming.
So even though this thing might be more outflow dominant, it can get some quick spin ups.
Severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Goshen County in southeastern Wyoming, north central Laramie County in southeastern Wyoming, southeastern Platte County in southeastern Wyoming.
Okay, I was just typing over Nathan's chat. Question was, why do tornadoes happen in the U.S. mostly? Hey, thanks for the follow. And the reason is, well, and the reason is, hey, the reason is there's two mountain ranges. You got a mountain range over here, got a mountain range over here, and a lot of the uh, trade winds and jet streams shoot across this mountain, and it gets blocked by this one. Yeah, I don't either. You know, there's a couple of low notches there. Looks like I might try to get a hook down on. So, and then we have the Gulf moisture coming up from the Gulf, and that feeds all the moisture in. And when these trade winds come over the Rocky Mountains, you get a lot of sinking air when it comes across there. And so that's one reason why this is the key area for Dixie Alley. Now in the wintertime, the way the jet stream pattern changes, we'll have more tornadoes down here. That's Dixie Alley. So that answers the question why U.S. has more tornadoes than any other country. Get up there. Okay, my computer's not one that would work right. Yeah, that's also got a lot to do with it. You gotta have, the moisture from the Gulf. You'll have the cool air coming across the mountains, the Rockies. Then you'll have, for like springtime, you'll have the jet flow brings in dry air, like right across Mexico, New Mexico, and into the Texas, Oklahoma. So then you'll have a dry line. Well, where all that converges, the moisture, warm air from the south, cold air coming across the mountains, and the dry air coming in from the southwest, where all that meets, the springtime, that's when things blow up. So it's a combination of a lot of different things, and I could get real technical. I don't want to do that. And then the mountains over on the east, the Appalachians, that traps a lot of the pattern in the central U.S. Now in the fall, we'll have more tornado risks over here closer to me in the Midwest, the Ohio Valley. That's because of the changing weather patterns. Right now, the jet stream is mainly going across the top of the U.S. That's the reason why we're not seeing tornadoes in Texas and Oklahoma and Kansas. In the early spring, that's when we get the Texas, Oklahoma. And in the fall, it shifts further east and gets over here in the Ohio Valley, Indiana, Illinois, Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee. And then in the wintertime, that's when you start seeing parts of Texas, but mainly Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. Dixie Alley. Yeah, I know it. But it's more backward C shape. I mean, there is one area, I think it's going to be a quick spin up. Rest of it, man, it's all backward C shape. Yes, I grew up 20 miles east of Cincinnati. Um, Lived in Northwest Ohio for almost half of my life. 2015, I moved to Illinois, over in Canton, not far from Peoria. Lived there for a year and a half, and now I live in Southwest Ohio, near college town of Oxford. What city's that? Oh, okay. Now, when Nathan got a hold of me, he said, "Barry, look up there at Chuckwater." Now, I really don't like the looks of that. I'll tell you why. Look at the velocities. All outflow dominant. Green's going towards the radar, and hardly, real strong winds going away from the radar. Now, there is some TVS signatures on this, but I'll tell you what, I just about bet it's horizontal. Go look at it. Yeah, there's some vertical, a bunch of little spins. When I look at velocities, see right there, green's coming towards the radar, red's going away. That's horizontal. Okay, I got a program crashing. Hang on. Oh man, this whole thing's going linear. Excuse me. You can see there, it doesn't look good. I do see a meso marker right there. Ah, that's all horizontal. Now this is up there by Chugwater, and it's crossing over the interstate. crossing over I-25. This is the storm that was Torwarn. That's the storm that was Torwarn for you. Week rotation in it. I'll show you what I'm telling him about. Week. See the red and the greens there. Compare that to reflectivity. And that's going to be right in here where that bit of a notch is. And you can see the purple core, instead of being backward C-shape, is starting to wrap back around again. That's right in the area where it's trying to tighten up. Gives you a look. Starting to hook around again. Yeah, the latest scan, it's starting to hook back around again. I said it's definitely starting to hook around again. Copy that. Gotta get my phone charged back up. So my new green screen should be in here this next week. My display adapters I had to order to get my more monitors hooked up. Those coming out of China. So I won't see them till the end of the month. Now, most likely the next upgrade that I'm going to shoot for is going to be 2 new video cards. Each one will have 4 monitor plugs in. Those are about $300 a piece, and I need 2 of them. That's for the future. Oh yeah, man, it's a monster up there. It just, I don't see anything happening except maybe quick spin ups. Man, that does have a beautiful shelf cloud. If you're not watching Nathan's stream, here it is. I'll blow it up. There you can see a beautiful shelf cloud. And like I was saying the other day, Twitch right now has squad mode, which would let you
West Central Laramie County
click on that,
Southeastern Wyoming.
and you get to see both of us. But you have to be a partner. I'm not a partner yet. And it just went Torwarned again. He was just getting ready to tell me, He's got direct connection with NWS Chat out of Cheyenne. But man, look at the structure on that. Thing's turning back into a beast. But anyway, as far as squad mode, they're supposed to be offering that to affiliates, which I am an affiliate. Just don't have my partnership yet. Once they do that, then whenever I'm helping a chaser that's also affiliated, we can go into squad mode and you get to watch both of us at the same time. Sort of like multi-twitch. But I have troubles with multi-twitch. Nathan, stop, talk somebody. Yeah, they're supposed to be giving it to us.
I'm like looking at this going, oh my God.
I was really close to having everything I needed for partner. But then I didn't stream for a while. Oh, Dan did, huh? Doggone it. How'd we miss that? Ooh, look how dark that is. Dan had a funnel. But yeah, I love squad mode. Multi-twitch, I've always had trouble. You have to refresh it, and when you do, you lose the chat and everything. Still got a beautiful inflow notch. And you can see the purple wrapping around. Perfect C shape, almost. So it is ramping back up. Velocities could be a little bit tighter, but it's getting there. So it's recycled and trying again. For all the new people watching this, the stream, either on Twitch or YouTube, thank you for joining me. I am watching chat from both of them, but I am not watching the YouTube, so I'm not sure how many people I got watching over there. Yeah, it's not real nice on block.
Severe thunderstorm warning for the city of Buena Vista in west central Virginia, the city of Lexington in west central Virginia, central Rockbridge County in west central Virginia, northern Amherst County in central Virginia.
You can see where the red and green is right there. It's not real bright colors. There is rotation there, but it's on the weak side. But it's kind of tight. Thanks for the new follow. Thanks, Drew. Glad you could join us. Again, for the new people watching that hasn't done it yet, please hit the follow button. Definitely appreciate it. And what this channel is all about is behind the scenes. And this is me running radar for our storm chasers on Stormview Live. So you get to see both sides of the story. See the chaser, watch me, see what I do when I'm helping them. Yuck. Not quite as good as it was, folks. This one up here by Chuckwater, it turned into a beast. That's just a big wind and hail. And the one that was, over here by Laramie, it produced some hail. But it just fell apart. Might be getting sucked into the tail end of the one that's store worn. Yeah, it makes it so much nicer. Eventually, they're supposed to be giving us squad mode. And I've used it a couple times when Steven and Nathan chased same storm, and they did the squad mode because they're both partners. So I can imagine. Good, but I think that storm that came out of Laramie that fizzled out, I think it's tucked into the bottom of it. The part that I'm talking about again is this little cell down here. It was a hail producer. You can see all these reports around Laramie, but then it started falling apart. You can see there it's got a northeast track to it. So it's going to end up running into the bottom of this one that's store worn. A lot of times when cells merge, the more dominant storm will get even stronger. Now this is getting close to I-25, and from what NWS was saying, as it approached that area, they're expecting it to get a lot stronger. Oh lordy, man, look at this string. Ground scraper. Oh lordy, you're kidding. Lordy, man, the best way you're going to have to go all the way back down to Cheyenne, or go up there and core punch it. No, it does not. It ends into the interstate. What I'm seeing. Okay, you're either going to have to go all the way back down to the north side of Cheyenne and pick up 85 state route, which takes you up to the northeast. Back north eventually. The only other good east road is go up to Chuckwater, and I think that's Yeah, okay. Yeah, you'd have to go all the way into Chuckwater and core punch that thing, and 313 would go east. So I think your best bet's go south and pick up State Route 85. Now he's got his GPS. You can see his beacon here. His GPS is direct link with my Google Maps. It's more accurate than the spotter beacon, and it really helps me give him road support. Man, this thing's a monster. I'm really surprised he's leaving this. Unless he's looking at the one up there by Chuckwater. But I don't have high hopes on that one. Although velocities on this one is starting to die out. But Jesus. The velocities on this. Yeah, they're going to give you hair wash. Look at these velocities up to the north. And he wants to get out in front of this. I'm really shocked you want to leave this thing. Oh, that's true. Look how fast these clouds are moving. Yeah, velocities don't look that good anymore now. I mean, it's still got that appendage on the southern end, but it lost all the spin in it. See something. There's a couple areas of rotation in the storm he wants to go after. NWS Chad, he said, is, and they just did. You were right, they canceled the tour warrant on it. Yeah, they just canceled the tour warrant on it. It doesn't have the spin in it. So while he's going to get in another position, I want to take a few minute break. I'll leave his stream running. Would you rather see his stream or the radar? Okay, there's the radar. This big old monster up here is the one that he's going after. So give me a few minutes. I'll be right back.
Severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern Laramie County in southeastern Wyoming.
Give me a minute, I'm trying to do something for you. There you go. Got a little bit of both. I'll be right back, folks. Thank you.
Severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Sheridan County in north-central Wyoming.
Okay, folks. I'm back. Getting leg cramps. I get up and move around a little bit. Okay, he's got to drive down south, close to north side of Cheyenne, in order to jump on State Route 85, which will take him back northeast. That's to get in Uh, the storm you see on radar. You you can see it, a little blue dot there on the southern end of the storm on radar. That's where Nathan's at right now. That thing was, see, he was wanting to try to go straight east, and there's no roads to do that. Getting ready to turn here. Not yet. It will be. Bad thing is, when you get up there, remember that road yesterday where you had to turn to go to Albin? You're going to lose that up in there. Well, it's moving at 19 knots on parts, 25 knots on another part. You're going to get a good look at the southern end of it, but you'll get hammered if you go further north.
I think I might just go die.
Mainly got an east-southeast direction on it, so it's going to be a long time before it ever gets to I-80. Yeah, I can see that. It's got multiple areas of rotation in it.
Severe thunderstorm warning for Southern Goshen County in
Hey, one area
southeastern
rotation
Wyoming,
that I'm really seeing is it does have
County
a
in southeastern Wyoming,
purple TVS marker on
Platte
it.
County in southeastern Wyoming.
Is if you go up 85, just a few miles, and look at that southern end of it, that's where the best area rotation is going to be at on it.
Severe thunderstorm warning for Nelson County in central Virginia, southwestern Albemarle County in central Virginia.
South route. 5, I'll keep it parallel. As close as we can.
I'm saying if you can get about 10 miles up on 85, I'll look for a south route. No good south route. Yesterday, that south route that you had out of Albin, where you lost data for like 40-45 minutes, that's way to the east. And south route. Now those warning boxes got that going southeast. So maybe if you get 10 miles up 85 and keep an eye on that southern end, I think if anything's going to happen close to you, it's going to be on that southern end. Okay, there you can see what he's looking at. Let me get the radar back over here. Southern end of this thing is what I was telling him. I mean, there's different areas of rotation all up through this thing, but there's no way in the world he's going to get out in front of it. And when he got in this area yesterday, right here where that east road is, he totally lost data, and he didn't have data for like 45 minutes to an hour. Several severe boxes on this. Did they give a clue what area was they were expecting to have a tornado? Yeah, daggone, I think that's further north, up there where there's no data.
Use the track east across north southern Goshen.
Those counties are up there. Meriden, LaGrange is the towns up in there. Up in there where you didn't have no data yesterday. I don't know, man. If you want to go just a little ways and then see what happens there on the southern end, and then go down there and hit that interstate going east out of Cheyenne. Heck, it is. You're not going to have a lot of daylight left. If you look at that thing, it's starting to get that backward C shape. So the only tornadoes that I can think of is going to be quick stuffs. Ain't that thing a monster? Beast. And now it's starting to look ugly on the southern end. Daggone it. No good road structure. No data. When he gets over where he should be. This is a part of my job that gets aggravating.
Severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Hockley County in northwestern Texas.
The last few days is the first time that I've ever helped a chaser in Wyoming, except for down around Cheyenne, and that was only once.
See any hail in it? Hail in it?
1 1/4, 40 severe. There on the southern end of it, pretty far north of you, and there's another 1.5 inches, 40. Nothing close to you. Yeah, the rotation on the southern end of it just totally disappeared, and there's no way you can get out in front of it, especially no data. I agree with you, man. I'd turn around and go back. Really not all that far from I-80, and maybe get east, and maybe this thing will do something better because it's starting to get that backward C shape.
Of wine is behind the cold pools.
That's what I've been saying. Enough with that bow echo. I don't know, maybe if you can get east on I-80, get over to Nebraska side, maybe this. Or my stupid phone again. Yeah, from what he was just reading off to me, pretty much what they're saying is that the southern end is dying, and you can already see a notch right here. This is LaGrange here, and they're pretty much saying if there is a tornado, it's going to be a quick spin up, like I was just telling y'all, and it'd be headed for LaGrange, and there's no way he could get up there in time. So you can see my mouse pointer. That's where Nathan's at. So he's got to go. He's on State Route 85, and he's got to go all the way back to I-25 and then get down to Cheyenne and pick up I-80 East. Most of the time when I'm helping the chasers and, like Texas, Kansas, Oklahoma, doing road support, always find them a good road. But
Cancel behind us. It cancels. Extended. And cancel. Canceled it. It's basically redone the box.
yeah, it goes all the way east of Sydney by a little ways on the new box.
I should send you again. Wake up tomorrow and see what it's.
I haven't looked at the models for tomorrow. You really think it's going to produce again?
I was telling you the day before, I kind of liked some of the storms on Sunday. I thought it might be Colorado. Original here and Colorado. I don't know. We'll just have to see in the morning. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, okay. Well, I don't know if it can handle a 6-day or this.
Severe thunderstorm warning for North Central Fergus County in central Montana, southwestern Blaine
We've
County
already
in
been
north central Montana, east central Choteau County in north central Montana.
By 9, I can be home by midnight.
We've already been doing 5 days in eastern Wyoming. We did some up in western South Dakota the other day, up by Rapid City, and then western Nebraska. So 5 days, me and him been playing on this.
Scud watchers out here.
Oh, I can imagine. Man, that's looking good over that sunset. That's the bad thing. You're running out of daylight.
Not a ton of cover.
There is up to the north on my radar, it's showing it. There's some on the southern end, but not a lot.
Nebraska.
That southern end of this thing is really starting to stretch further south. So when you get over there to Sydney, I'm sure you're going to see some lightning over there when it finally gets there. For all the new people watching, thanks for joining me. I wish we had a tornado to show you guys. It come close.
County and Laramie County.
Yep, that's up to the north.
Severe thunderstorm warning for central Laramie County in southeastern Wyoming.
There you can hear the warning. Yeah, severe thunderstorm warning. Anybody got any questions? Oh, really? It cooled off that much? Oh, that's strange. They just extended the severe warning on that southern end down to the southeast.
Anticyclonic rotation.
Which direction out of Cheyenne? Well, Laramie County is way up there around LaGrange. You look it up on Google Maps. It doesn't show on the radar. That don't even show up on Google Maps. You can see his beacon right there. Oh, you can ask anything. North Cheyenne, but it's in Laramie County. I'm pretty sure LaGrange is Laramie County. No, it's Goshen County.
Severe thunderstorm warning for
Trying to figure out
North
where
Central
Laramie
Ravalli County in West Central
Laramie
Montana.
County is.
Any funnels?
Severe thunderstorm warning for Scotts Bluff County in the Panhandle of Nebraska, Northern Kimball County in the Panhandle of Nebraska, Banner County in the Panhandle of
I want to say
Nebraska,
there's no
Southeastern Goshen
good
County in
rotation down
southeastern
here north of
Wyoming,
Cheyenne.
northeastern Laramie County in southeastern Wyoming.
Yeah, cool. How much could a woodchuck I don't know. I've never met one. I've never met a woodchuck. So I don't know how much wood he could chuck. Okay, somebody reported a rotating wall cloud. NWS saw it, which I'm not seeing it on radar. Oh, okay. See it right there on the screen. That's good. What got me into storm tracking? I'm actually, I guess you could say, a semi-retired storm chaser. I've been chasing since 1981. Yeah, that's what I seen when you went around that curve. That's not a wall cloud. Anyway, it'd have to be here close. So my last storm chase was actually 2 years ago. But about 6 years ago, I happened to be watching some live streams on another platform, not Twitch. And I was watching Dave Pugh. He's out of Atlanta, Georgia area. And I got with him, and we got together on Zello and started talking. And so I started helping him running radar, and that's when I first learned how to run radar. Because back in the 80s, I mean, we storm chased with a handheld ham radio, and didn't have laptops, didn't have radar, cell phones, or nothing. And that's the old school, way that we did it. But here about 6 years ago, then I started learning how to run radar. I took a lot of classes, and I started helping Dave Pugh. January 2015, Dave Pugh, he flew me from Northwest Ohio, actually out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, all the way down to Atlanta, picked me up, and we drove all night and got over to Meridian, Mississippi. And we chased several tornadoes that day. And then I flew back home the next day. More frequency in the storms. Not really. It's just that the information is more accessible. I mean, there's some rise in the averages, especially this year. We've already had a lot larger number of tornadoes this year over the average. But over, several year period, I think it just seems, like the reason why it seems there's a lot more tornadoes is because of the storm chasers there's more of them out there. I mean, there's thousands of storm chasers. And then, the broadcast media, there's just a lot more information to get out there than what there used to be back in the 70s, 80s, and even 90s. Actually, last year and the year before, the numbers were kind of low. Boy, isn't that pretty on his stream? Oh, appreciate it. The reason why I started broadcasting is here a few years ago. I was helping Kelly Williamson and Randy Arnold. They were on our team before they got killed, and but before that, even before Kelly got his own TV show on the Weather Channel. Kelly got a hold of me one night. He says, Barry, why don't you broadcast on YouTube and doing what you like to do so people can get both sides of the story? So, yes, I do have a ham license. November 8, Fox Mike Sugar. Or as I like to say, Ford Motorsport. But I started streaming on YouTube until we found Twitch. So I've been streaming, it's been over 2 years, probably closer to 3. Boy, don't that look like Flying Saucer out of the movie Independence Day? It's really weak, but I am starting to see a little bit of rotation there on the very southern end of this thing. Keeping an eye on it. Boy, before you got closer, that thing almost looked like one of them spaceships from that movie Independence Day. Yeah, I got you up showing radar, and down in the corner I got your live stream. But I tell you what, I do miss storm chasing. Just the thrill of it. I live in an apartment, so I don't even have antennas up. I can't have them here. So I haven't had my ham radios running in years. But I've been a ham radio operator ever since 1981. And I started storm chasing within a few months after I got my license. And really, we don't have a good local ham club here where I'm at. There's a few guys south of me down in Oxford, but I can't drive, so I don't go nowhere. I'm actually broadcasting from my bed. Yeah, but I get by. Cancer really, it really knocked me down. And I've been battling it since 2012. Yeah, it's really cool to learn about the weather. And I do more than just, helping the chasers with tornadoes. When hurricanes start really kicking in, I'll be doing a lot of broadcasts about the hurricanes. I even do it in the wintertime. I actually took some classes several years ago to run radar for wintertime. My son's a truck driver, and I know some other truck drivers. And so I'm able to help them out and keep them safe away from the bad roads and the blizzards. So I cover all the weather. My wall that I got my certificates, it's not big enough for all of them. And I haven't done it this year, but typically over the last 6 years, I take more classes. Sometimes take the same class over in case they changed anything. And that way I stay up to date. Yeah, that's that northern part of this thing. It's coming into Scottsbluff now. But after I had my cancer surgeries in 2012, then a year later, I had to have a bunch more surgeries. I've had 11 within 2.5 years. Then 2014, I had a stroke. Sounds like where I'm starting to see some rotation on that southern end. So, yeah, so far with its track, it's going to hit Hillsdale, maybe Burns, closer to I-80 would be Egbert. So, and that's way ahead of you yet. And there's another area that's going to go down towards Pine Bluff. Yeah, that stroke really knocked the crap out of me. And it was from arsenic poisoning. Don't ask me how I got it. They couldn't figure it out. Hey, good to see you join me, man. Yeah, I appreciate it. But I had to quit driving because of that stroke. The arsenic poisoning, I got nerve damage all throughout my body. And I have blackout spells. So they won't let me drive no more. And I miss it. Yeah, I've been on Chantix several times. Every time I was close to quit smoking, my insurance quit paying for it. So then I had to wait 6 months. But the last time I tried it, a little over a year ago, it made me so sick. Who's streaming now? What you see on the screen, that's Nathan Moore. That's who I've been helping today. Ooh, I've seen some lightning in there. Let me bring that back up here. Yeah, insurance is crazy, and especially when you get my age. I'm 62 years old. And what I really hate, up until I had my stroke, oh, you're welcome. I love streaming to you guys. But after my cancer surgery, I was still able to work part-time. Matter of fact, 2 weeks out, I was in the hospital, by the way, for 2.5 months over the original cancer surgery and an emergency surgery. And after 2.5 months, I finally got out. 2 weeks later, I happened to be up there at work and helping them with their computers. I was working at a Ford dealership, and I got hit by a tornado. Chased a lot of tornadoes over the years, and the one I get hit by, I wasn't chasing it. I was at work. But I tell you what, all the salespeople, and we had like 12 customers. They all ran outside to see the green cloud coming at us. And I told them, because I was looking at radar inside the shop, I ran out there, and it's like, get your you-know-what back inside. We got to take shelter. There's a tornado coming. And there's woods on the other side of the street. And we couldn't see the tornado until after it came over top of them woods. And sure enough, man, it came over and hit our dealership. So I was able to save those 12 customers and all of our salespeople. It hit the front end of the building. And that's where all the sales department and everything. So I got them to come back there in the parts department, and it was all cinder block around the whole sales area back in parts. And so we all took shelter back there. So even though I was still trying to recover from cancer and all the surgeries, I managed to save a bunch of people's lives. And copy that. It doesn't look all that good on velocities, but reflectivity is starting to get an appendage there on that southern end. Yes, they was. Nathan. Copy, yeah, that's cool. But yeah, I saved all their lives. As miserable as I was when we did get hit, I ended up tearing up both shoulders.
Severe thunderstorm warning
for both rotator cuffs.
Terry County in northwestern Texas, south
I
central
had to have more
County in
surgeries,
northwestern Texas.
so I never got my shoulders fixed. But yeah, so that's part of the love of doing what I do with weather. Yeah, 360. I know you've been following me for quite a while over on YouTube. You ought to come over to Twitch, man. Just get on Twitch, search for Big Ray WX. Hit the follow button. You'll get notifications whenever I go live. Yeah, I had a pretty rough several years there, but it's never stopped me. I'm in constant pain, but I deal with it. Oh man, look at this thing.
Right here, guys.
Let me bring him up full screen in case you ain't watching him. Cool. Thanks for joining me on Twitch. You got me followed on Twitch? Thanks for the new follow. Mayfall 21. Eventually, I want to get all my followers from YouTube over on Twitch. We have a lot more fun there. But I'm able to watch the chat on both of them and able to live stream now on both of them. Yeah, I've heard other people having that same problem, man. Yeah, it's one of the strangest things that I've ever seen. Look at the tail. That's an inflow tail. In the middle of the storm.
Right now, it looks like.
Looks like an inflow tail in the middle of the storm. Weird. Yeah, it's got to be scud, yeah, going into the inflow. Yeah, it's strange looking. That's a cool thing about weather, man. I mean, they got name for every kind of cloud out there, but you always see something new. Weather never gets boring for me. But how I actually got started loving tornadoes is, like I said, I'm 62. And the big tornado outbreak back in the 70s, I lived east of Cincinnati, and there was a tornado that hit very close to us. And that was the same day. It was 74. Same day. Same day that the big Xenia tornado. Yeah, velocities ain't showing them. It's not very big hail. Okay, he's talking about this other area that he's zooming in on. Yeah, scud funnels. Yep. He just said it went outflow, and I was getting ready to key up and tell him. But, yeah, I grew up in the 1974 Xenia tornado outbreak. Which, if I remember right, it was over 180 tornadoes that day across several states. A scuttle. Excuse me. Where was you living at? Oh, down in Bama? Yeah. Yeah, one of them hit down here, suburb of Cincinnati that day. My oldest brother was working at a motel, the Rainbow Inn, or Carousel Inn. And it totally wiped that place out.
Severe
And he managed to get out of there.
warning for Southeastern
He
Laramie
didn't get
County
hurt.
in southeastern Wyoming.
And then another one came over to Milford, Ohio, where I was living at. Yeah, you look at velocity, you can see it's all outflow. Well, it was real dangerous in Mississippi when I chased there in 2015. That was actually my birthday present. My birthday is the 4th of January, and we chased on the 3rd, and I flew back on my birthday. But that was my birthday present from Dave Pugh. And I tell you what, over there in Mississippi, we was actually chasing west of Meridian over in Newton. And we got down this one road. We was following somebody else, said they knew where they were going. Got us down this real narrow road, 50-foot tall trees on either side of the road, thick woods. We could not see nothing. Turned out to be a dead end into a cemetery. We had to turn around and go back. We were losing data, so we didn't have good communication, and we didn't have any radar. But the last radar scan that we got, the tornado was pretty much on top of us. Well, we got back to the expressway to head back east, and here that tornado crossed right in front of us.
The time is 11
and it was rain wrapped.
o'clock p.m.
That was pretty darn scary. But it was a lot of fun. That was the last major tornado that I chased. There was actually 5 tornadoes that day in that whole area. I think one was over on the Bama side. The other 4 were there in Mississippi. Them trees down there in the south, man, it's scary chasing down there. There's a lot of areas that my chasers won't chase. Now you get over around the Mississippi River, like southeast Arkansas. That's the Delta, and so that's not a bad place to chase. And then over on the east side of Mississippi in that area, yeah, it's flat, and you don't have all them trees. And the northeast corner of Louisiana, that's all part of the Delta. That's not bad to chase. But most of Louisiana is horrible. Not too bad when you get over, around Shreveport and that. Southeast corner of Oklahoma and the northeast corner of Texas are horrible. And then in Arkansas, it's mostly horrible, but it gets really bad when you get up around the Ozarks. That's up there around Fort Smith in the northwest corner. I've been helping so many chasers now for so many years. Hey, thanks for the new follow. Appreciate it, Mark. Huh. You had to refollow me again? But I've helped so many chasers over the last 6-7 years. I'm getting to know the good areas to chase pretty darn good. Man, this thing's really bowed out. This southern end, though, it looks horrible on velocities. You can see that hook that's trying to get here. And that's where he's been looking at. But when you look at velocities, oh, it's just terrible. That's the area right there. You can see how it's got a little bit of a backwards G. That's where it's outflow dominant. There's a storm. So I think our chase is going to be pretty much done. Getting dark. He'll probably mess around with some lightning. As you can see there on this stream, it's getting really dark. See, it's 11 o'clock here in the east, so it's after 9 o'clock over there. That's all mountain time zone. And for those of you watching, if you haven't heard and you're a NASCAR lover, Daytona was canceled till tomorrow. Yeah, Streamlabs, that's my bot. That's my bot that automatically lets me know anything new. Yeah, the Firecracker 400. Yep, they got rained out. Now let's see what it's like here. $72, feels like 74. So it's dropped over 20 degrees today. Humidity 97. Here where I live. See what satellite looks like. Yeah, it looks like there's some storms north of me. About 3 degrees or 3% on humidity. If it's 100%, it's raining. Actually, what I want to do is go to the goes west. That's Hawaii, right there. And that's what's left of Hurricane Barbara out there in the Pacific. Last I checked, it's down to a tropical cyclone. It's going to be dropping down to a depression. But then over here, the spin up here, that's a tropical storm. That's Cosme. Cosme, I think that's going to stay a tropical storm and down to a depression. What's happened is, let me stop this. What happened, there's a line about right in there. South of that is really warm water. Well, that hurricane was down in this warmer water back over in here, and then it curved up. It got in colder water, so it killed it. And that's basically the same that's happening with Cosme. And the last track that I seen for Barbara, whoops, it's going to go just on the south side of Hawaii. Now over on the other side, we'll look at the Atlantic. Naturally, it's after dark. Now clear over here, that's the western coast of Africa. Later on during hurricane season, our tropical storms will be waves coming off Western Africa. Now let me switch to infrared. And there you can see some of these tropical waves. There's one right on the African coast. There's one there, one there. What's happening in the Midwest? A bunch of garbage. I got a little bit of lightning and thunder here in southwest Ohio. Oh. Program's screwing up. Hey, where'd my chat go? Hey, let me bring up DR Earth. Okay, that's the storms that we've been chasing. Go over here to the Midwest. A lot of flooding over in southeastern Ohio. And we'll have another chance of storms here in Ohio for tomorrow. Come Monday, it's supposed to kind of quit doing that. Our humidity's supposed to go down. It's cold front approaching. Kansas. There's Kansas. Southeast Kansas got some storms. That's not the Midwest, that's Central Plains. There was just all kinds of storms and stuff all across the country earlier today. A lot of it was caused by heating of the day and high humidity and nasty humidity and some instability. Nothing good. Never did see a severe warning for me. I can actually go back in history. Can't remember when they started saving and creating an archive, but a lot of times, well, like the tornado that Nathan got on 4th of July, I can go back to the archive and I can download the radar data. And I done that not long ago. I actually spent a few months for that big tornado down south, and I was able to download that data, and I did a live broadcast and showed the radar as well as some video of the actual tornado. Also did that for David Baxter when I did a live interview with him, and I had the radar data for the twin tornadoes that he got. I think that was Panhandle of Texas. I'm pretty sure that was Panhandle of Texas or somewhere out in there. And, you know, I had him up on the screen, up in the corner. I had me in bottom corner. And then I had his video playing, and at the same time I would pause it, have him describe what he was seeing, plus I brought up what I seen on radar. Oh Lord, yes. Yeah, the information that's available now. You know, like I said, when I started chasing, you know, that's back in the 80s. And we had no radar in the car, no cell phones, no laptops. All we had was just a ham radio. And so I had to get information from my club, the ham radio club that I belonged to in Defiance, Ohio. And they were in direct connection with NWS near Fort Wayne. And so they was relaying radar information to me, and then I was relaying information what I was seeing. And it was tough. You know, that's old school chasing. We chased by our gut. And we watched what the atmosphere was doing. And so with all the technology nowadays, it's so much easier to get information. And a lot of what I like to do with this channel is teach people what I know. Let them see not only what I do, but to give them information that will help them understand the weather a lot better and to be safer. So, Lord, yes, man, with technology, the information's gotten so much better. Radar has gotten so much better. You ought to have seen the radar. Oh, thank you. I don't consider myself that. But you ought to have seen the early radar. I mean, the screens were ugly and hard to figure out. So everything has gotten so much better. I mean, back in the 80s, there was no real classes for me to learn. Yeah, it was like Pong.
So much support.
You know, in just about all the country, they have at least, a lot of time less, 15-minute window before a tornado hits somebody. A lot of times, especially like Oklahoma and that, people would be notified even longer, before it actually got to them. And now with cell phones, you get notifications on your cell phones. And there's a lot more ways now. Back in the 90s and 80s, you could get a weather radio. But they have gotten a lot better since back then. And but now with cell phones and the internet, there's not so many people using the weather radios. I've got one. Don't have any batteries in it. Full of dust. Right there is my weather radio. Just a little handheld to carry around. Brand new, I've never used it. That's because I get notifications on my cell phones. But it used to be, that was the only way of getting any information, is to have a weather radio to get the alerts. And now, especially, with television and cable and satellite, I don't know so much about satellite, but like my cable, if there's any severe weather in the air, it goes across the top of the screen, just like, regular television does. So the information gets out a whole lot better. Now, certain areas has got troubles with their sirens. They're trying new things. Some of it works, some of it don't. What did I drive? I don't have a picture on my computer, but the first time I chased storms, my main car, my daily driver, broke down. So I had to grab my drag car. It was street legal. It was a 74 Pinto station wagon with a 289 V8 with a great big old tunnel ram sticking up out of the hood. And I was chasing storms with that. And I drove over 100 mile per hour trying to catch up with this one. And the cops, they all know me in that county up there, up north. And I got over this one little town called Melrose. And the cops had the traffic pulled over. And he's sitting there waving me through. And I'm driving through town at 100 mile an hour. And then I floored it. I'll have to show you all the picture sometime, man, if I can remember it. It's actually on my personal Facebook page. You can see me at a drag strip. It was a green Pinto station wagon with wood grain sides on it and a big old tunnel ram sticking up. It was the good old days. But the cops knew that I was chasing the storm, so they got everybody out of my way. But I was in my own county. We chased 7 funnel clouds that day. Had 2 touchdowns. 1 touchdown right next to me. I had to get out of the car and dive for the ditch. And we chased it across the county. And when I got to the county line, somebody else from my ham radio club, they were sitting there waiting, and they finished chasing it across the next county. I went back to the west side of our county to catch the next one that came across. We did that 7 times in the same day. 7 funnels with 2 touchdowns. That was can't remember if that was 81 or 82. It might have been 1982. Yeah, the good old days, man. I could tell you all some stories. Yeah, it was. There was a lot of straight line wind damage that day, and it caused those spin ups along the leading edge of that bow echo. Yeah, time has flown. Don't worry about Nightbot. I got your message there. You dig caps. Nightbot. I'm going to get rid of Nightbot. Well, I'll tell you what, folks. Chase is over. I am getting really tired. And it's really hurting me to set up. So I think I'm going to stop the stream. I'm really happy that everybody joined me. Appreciate it. Appreciated the donations and the bits. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining me.
Morrill County in the Panhandle of Nebraska. Banner County in the Panhandle of Nebraska.
Tornado season's winding down. We might have another chase tomorrow. We got to wait and see in the morning. But I will be doing more broadcasts. Like I say, I still got one to do on the hurricane season. And I will be coming up with some classes. That'll be over on our Stormview Live TV channel. So be sure and go over there and hit the follow button so you'll get notifications when that goes live. I'm still waiting for a bunch of video to be edited that we're going to be showing on there. And we're going to do other things other than radar on there too. There will be a tutorial on how to run edit video with Adobe Premiere. I'll be coming up with tips and tricks for all kinds of things and be able to answer questions. My shows will be live broadcast over there, so you'll be able to ask questions. And I'll let everybody know when that's ready. We're working on it. It's just everybody's been busy with the holiday and everything. So anyway, thanks a lot, everybody. Appreciate it. Yeah, the channel's already there. Streamlabs was posting it up. Just here on Twitch, do a search for Stormview Live, and you'll see it. It's Stormview Live _ on the end. Twitch won't let us change the name of it for a little while yet. It will end up getting renamed. But do a search for Stormview Live, you'll find it, and you'll see the picture on there, and it says SVL TV coming soon. And hit that follow button so you can get notifications. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, I got that. Putting that in the chat every so often. So anyway, y'all have a good night. We'll catch you on the next chase. Thanks, everybody.